Okay, Salesforce account. I think it's kind of moving now. Yep. All right. So yeah, we were on the leads thing. All right. So this is where you can actually enter your lead and you can manage the lead. Correct. So any lead that you are getting, you can manage it here. So if I have to go to the campaigns, I have to create a campaign. Let's say I am planning to do a campaign. Name of the campaign is campaign one. You have to make sure that your campaign is active if you want to track leads from that campaign, right? Any point of time when you feel that your campaign is outdated and you are not going to get any further leads from it, or you do not want to track any leads from that campaign, you do not want to assign any of the leads to that particular campaign, then you should deactivate it so that your end users cannot associate any particular lead with that campaign. Got it? So whatever type of campaign, start date, end date, you put here. What is your expected revenue? What is your budgeted cost? What is going to be actual cost? All these things will be tracked in the campaign. Now, the moment you go into the lead, let's say we got a lead called Mr. Ajit Kumar, who is from the company Bank of America, and who came to us from this particular campaign bar. Some phone number, mobile number, email, fax that we can enter. So now I have the campaigns and the leads, correct? Campaigns and leads are tracked. Now I am pretty okay with this part. Now, out of all the leads that you receive, some of the leads will be a little more interested. They will be interested in talking, you know, to you further on the product. So if you receive 10 leads, out of 10, 4, 5 might just tell you, the moment your sales team starts calling them. See, this is just the part of the marketing. Campaign to leads is just part of marketing. You did the marketing activity, you received some inquiries. Now, this is where the sales process starts. All right. So, when your sales team starts calling them, some of the leads will say that we are not interested. We just inquired. That's it. So, end of the story. Some leads will be wrong with incorrect phone number, incorrect email ID, and all. Some of them will be genuinely interested, right? So, when a lead is genuinely interested, we need to track a little more information about them. First of all, we have to look that we are trying to sell to the companies. So we need to track the information about the company as well as the individual who has raised the inquiry, plus some other individual who might be helpful in terms of selling to that company, right? So if I'm trying to sell to Bank of America, and Mr. Ajit Kumar is the guy who has inquired about the product, but while I actually try to sell to Bank of America, we might find that there are two more people we will need to talk to in the same company in order to sell to them, right? So in that case, we are going to put the company information in the account, individuals in the contacts, and the deal information into the opportunity, right? So Bank of America information will go here, Ajit Kumar's information will go into contact, or if we need to track multi more people under the same account, those people's information is also going to go into contacts. Opportunity will have the deal related information, what exactly they are planning to buy, how much budget do they have, when do they plan to buy. That sort of information is going to go into the opportunities. Got it? So account, contact, opportunities. So this one particular lead will, if the lead is interested, you will have three pieces of information from there: company information, individual information, plus the deal information. Correct. So all that you have to do is, once you find that the lead is a little interested, you just have to go to the lead and you have to click on convert. What do we need to do? We just need to click on the convert lead. Converting lead will automatically break the lead into one account plus one contact plus one opportunity. Got it? So all that we need to do is we just need to click on convert on the lead. Okay. So it will create a new account with the name Bank of America. If you have an existing account with the same name, it will give you the option of selecting that particular account. It will create an opportunity with the name Bank of America opportunity, whatever you want, and it will also create a contact, Mr. Ajit Kumar, and you can just say convert. Okay. Now, if you just look at this here, you will see you should only convert a lead once you have identified it as qualified. So basically, now you might be thinking, why did we, even create a lead? Why didn't we straight away create an account and contact? The reason is that lead is a place where I just want to keep the information till the time it's not identified and it's not qualified. I don't want to create too many accounts unnecessarily. For people who have given us wrong numbers or for people who are actually not interested in buying product, there is no point creating an account contact opportunity for them, right? So account contact opportunity are the tables where you actually start entering information only when you feel that the customer is really interested and the lead seems to be qualified, right? Now, the moment you click on convert, this lead would have created three records: one account, one contact, one opportunity, right? See, Bank of America is the account. If you scroll down under this, you will see there is this contact Ajit Kumar created and opportunity also created, right? So in under account, you have the option of entering all the details related to the company, type of the company, industry, annual revenue, number of employees, website, SIC code. All this information can be tracked under the type of company. Sorry, under the company information. If you go into the contact, you will see that you will have the option of entering all the individual information here. All information related to this gentleman can be entered here. His title, his date of birth, email address, mobile, home phone, actual phone, office phone, assistance number, everything, mailing address, right? So breaking it into different records is in a way helping us store more information about these records. Secondly, it also helps you associate more contacts with the same account. So now, as I said, while I'm actually trying to sell to Bank of America, I might need to talk to two more people. So all that you have to do is you just have to click on new contact and you will say that okay, Mr. Ravi Prasad might be the other person under the same company who I need to talk to. Got it? So that's about the accounts and contacts. And then comes the opportunity. Opportunity is where you will be storing information related to the deal that you are going to get from that particular company. So let's say, when you have talked to, or your sales team has talked to the lead, and the leads said that they are actually looking for this particular thing. What is this? Notebooks. Yeah, notebooks is what we are selling. Right. So if he says that they are actually looking for notebooks, he will give us some more information about it, like when are they planning to buy, what is the quantity that they are planning to buy, right? So they might tell us that, see, we are planning to buy 50,000 notebooks uh, by February. Okay. So all this information also needs to be tracked that the customer is planning to buy in February so that we can plan our revenues accordingly, and the customer is planning to buy 50,000, so that we can plan other activities like manufacturing, delivery things. We can think about them also, whether we are able to deliver in February 50,000 or not. So that sort of things, right? So this information is going to get stored in under opportunities. So opportunities is where business related information, revenue related information is going to get stored. So under the opportunity, you will see how much amount you have said. Amount is the price, or the quotation that you have actually basically given to them. That part is going to be here. What is the expected close date? Close date means by when you feel that this opportunity is going to get matured, right? By when you are expected to get a revenue out of this, right? And then there is another important thing, stage here for the opportunity. All right. Every opportunity will have a life cycle. So opportunity information is basically an information which has a complete life cycle. It's not like an account or contact where there is just information and it stays as it is. Opportunity information keeps on changing from time to time. So today, if the person has inquired, that's the birth of the opportunity, and after that, it will keep on growing, right? So after 1 week, the customer will say that okay, we want to see a sample. After the 1 week, they might say that okay, can you give us the pricing? After 1 week, they will say no, this price does not work with us. Then they will give their pricing, right? So from the day opportunity is created to the day the opportunity gets closed, it keeps on changing stages. By default, Salesforce has provided these stages, but you can change the stages. The values for the stage name can be changed by you or any business. They can change it based on their requirement, right? And along with every stage name, there is a probability percentage which is assigned, right? Like value proposition, if you make, the probability becomes, probability is 50%. Negotiation review, probability is 90%, right? This thing can also be controlled. So you can define your own stages depending on your business, the process that your business follows, and the probability based on your understanding. Now, this is a generic number which is given. So you can put your own probabilities there. All right. So based on your experience, that any business which comes into negotiation revenue, negotiation and review, usually gets converted. Okay. So the probability percent is also for us to set up for which stage, what is the probability percentage that we feel like. What will this probability percentage do? It will help you forecast your revenues. Correct. So it will help you in forecasting your revenues. That's what probability percentage is going to do. Got it? Now just save the opportunity. And one more thing, your opportunity is usually going to be connected to the campaign again. If you see, why is it connected to the campaign? Because actual amount is reflecting on the opportunity, right? So if you have to do a ROI report of your campaign, then you will have to see how many opportunities you got and what is the worth of those opportunities, right? So that's the reason why opportunity again gets connected to the campaign. So if you converted a lead to an opportunity, it will automatically pick the campaign from there. If you have if you are manually entering an opportunity, then you have the option of selecting the campaign, which campaign did it come from, right? So both the ways it's possible, right? Now just save the opportunity, right? So then there's this forecast thing. Forecast actually helps you do the forecasting. So this forecast reports and dashboards, these are kind of tools for analytics, or the tabs for analytics. We will get into the analytics part a little later. We'll talk about that later on. Then if your opportunity goes well, so each opportunity, as I said, has a life cycle. Each opportunity will have an end also. It will either end as a closed won opportunity or end as a closed lost opportunity. Closed lost opportunity is which you do not get. Finally the customer says that no, we have purchased it from somewhere else or something like that. That's a closed lost. And closed one is where the customer buys it from you. So these two types of opportunities are there. Finally, every opportunity will either be a closed one or a closed lost. Okay. Now, if there is a closed one opportunity, then you will have contract. What is a contract? Agreement with your customer, right? So here in this tab, we try to track details about the agreements with the customer, certain terms and conditions that we have agreed on. So basically, we are not writing the terms and conditions here. All that we are doing is we are tracking information related to that agreement, like what is the start date, who is the person who signed it, what is the end date, what is the term of months for that particular agreement. Got it? So agreement can be, on a paper or something, but information about the agreement can be tracked here, so that you can quickly, or your sales team or customer support team can quickly refer to that agreement in terms of providing information to the customer, or looking at the details of the customer. They can quickly refer to this contract information here. The customer places an order from you. This order needs to be uh, tracked here. Okay. So order will be connected to a certain contract number. So we just track the contract. So order will be associated with a contract number. It will be associated with an account. Let's say Bank of America is going to be the account. The contract number needs to be populated here, and then order start date needs to be defined, and the billing address, shipping address. So this kind of information can be entered. So till order, almost our sales part is also done. This is where the
Hey,
sales
G.
part is. Yep.
So the contract number, the lookup on the right hand side, will it be filtered based on the account name?
Yes, if you will fill in the account name first.
Okay.
Now comes the customer support part. Okay. So in the customer support, basically we have the cases and solutions, the primary things. Cases are primarily the customer cases, customer complaints, customer feedbacks, queries. So when I've sold a product to the customer, sometimes I will receive feedback, sometimes I will receive a complaint, sometimes they will have an issue which needs to be fixed, right? Those need to be tracked as cases. Okay, so let's say we have supplied 2000 notebooks to the uh, customer, Bank of America. They said no, we have received only 1900. So that we will receive as a case, and then we will try to resolve it. Okay, then we'll either check, or provide them those 100 goods are missing. So whatever is the solution, that needs to be decided by us. But for that, there has to be an entry that this was a issue with the customer. So those cases need to be listed here. So who is the person who raised the case? From which account did I receive the case? What is the status? What is the priority? What is the origin? How did you receive the case? Through a phone, email, or through my website? So, the case is also something which has a life cycle, right? So case will also go through, the same kind of life cycle, but usually the life cycle of a case is smaller. So you can have a new, working, escalated, closed, right? So the status of the case can be closed, and save and close, right? So you have the option of closing the case. The case will be open for some time, and finally you'll have to close the case. Got it? Then there is another thing called solution. What is solution? Solution is basically that table where you can put your generic queries and their solutions. So if there are certain problems which your customers face very frequently, then those problems and their solutions can be tracked in this table. Okay. Let's say a laptop manufacturing company faces a very common problem. The customers say that the monitor is going black. We can't see anything on the monitor after 5 minutes. This might be because of a technical reason which they need to fix. Let's say there is a setting change that they need to do. So this can be a very common case, and the company, instead of providing solution, or registering a case, they can have the solutions here. This solution can be made available through a self-service portal. Salesforce allows you to create a portal for your customers. So this solution table can be made available on that self-service portal. This solution can also be available to the customer care representative of my team. so that they don't have to raise a case for it. The moment someone talks about that problem, the customer support team can quickly look into that particular solution and suggest the customer that okay, you do this, this will get resolved. So solution is basically the common problems and their solutions. All right. So if you try to make an entry here, if you create a new solution, you will have a subject title, monitor terms of and tenants. There can be a complete process, step by step process. So the customer support team can also benefit from here, and your customers can also benefit from here if there is a self-service portal you set up for your customers. Okay, so that's it. Then comes the products. Products is the table where basically all your company's products are tracked. What all products you are selling, uh, and the product families and every information about that. So if I click on new, so let's say I say A5 size notebook is one of my products. So what is the product code for it? This kind of information. Is it an active product? Is it still being sold, or you have stopped selling that product and all that stuff information? Got it. So all these things will fall under product. So under the products tab, you are going to enter all this detail. Now, whatever we have seen from here till here is just the generic what do you say, generic tables and the generic fields which are available to every company. Now every company can have a different set of requirement. For example, for your product you need more fields. For your opportunity tracking you need different stage names. For tracking your accounts you need one more field which is not given there. You want to categorize your accounts into category 1, category 2, category 3 accounts, or tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So companies can have different requirements, right? So what Salesforce has given is a generic kind of a standard kind of an application which more or less works for almost all the companies. Yeah, but some customization might be required. So whatever we have seen, everything can be customized, almost everything. You can have new fields added in under an object. You can have the existing fields removed from that object. You can have values added to the drop downs. Okay, under product families, now there is nothing. You can add more product families depending on your requirement. So you can create more tabs. You can create more tables, right? So there can be a company which says that I want to track invoices also. Apart from opportunities, contracts, orders, there can be a company which says that I want to track invoices also. So in that case, they might want to have a uh, sales invoice kind of an object created. So everything can be customized. So whatever we have seen is just the generic or the standard thing which Salesforce has given us, right? So in our training, we are actually going to learn how we can create other stuff also. Why it's very important for you to understand the standard app that we have discussed today, for two reasons. One, I want you to understand how things are actually uh, set up by salesforce.com, so that you understand what is the generic pattern, how things are actually connected to each other and all that stuff. Right. Second, before you start customizing some functionality, it's important for you to understand some basic of the standard functionality also, right? So straight away, I do not jump into creating new things. We should at least understand the basic information about what exactly it is and how it works and everything, and then get into the customization. Then you will be in a better position to understand whether you actually need customization or you are pretty okay with this, right? So whenever a customer comes to you and he tells you that, hey, you know what, I need to track opportunities, so we have an option, right? So we don't even need to do anything new. But yeah, if the customer is talking about something else, tracking maybe some extra information and opportunity, or tracking some other information also, which is not a part of this particular app, which we don't see here, then we definitely can create our own objects, fields, apps, whatever required. So we are allowed to create almost everything, right? So that's basically what we're going to do. Right. So your activity for today is going to be start from the campaign, and I want you to at least enter, 5 records for each object. Right. You might be, pretty confident after entering one record because it's not a rocket science. It's pretty simple entering the records. Why I want you to enter records? Because I want you to get a little familiar with the interface also. Right. Entering record. Where does it give error? How do I delete a record or how do I edit a record? So these kind of stuff, which is very simple. So this user experience is just going to come once you use it, all right? Because after this, eventually we are just going to get into topics where we will be focusing more on admins, developments, this end user kind of experience. You might not have enough time to do that. And when I'm trying to show other examples or certain things, if you are not done with this part, you will find it difficult to follow things, right? So at least 5, 7 records, try and enter. So best way will be try creating a campaign, then take the chain to the solutions thing, or maybe till the orders. So create a campaign, then create a lead associated with the campaign, convert the lead, so that you get, a complete understanding of how the cycle is working also. Correct. So that's what you guys